He's actually the new Vokal Total solo champion. How do you feel about it?
Okay. Asking questions when he's eating.
Yeah, perfect. Don't drink too much Coca-Cola. It can produce over sugar, and then you are on stage, and then you have problems like Matej.
Yes.
Too much Coke.
Too much Coke.
That makes it even worse.
Gravestone exactly this name was, which is not mine, so you know, I couldn't. Yeah.
Oh!
So I couldn't die. That was a good omen, you know.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yo, what's up, my current Fiji Beatbox? Welcome back to another podcast with the Beatbox Bros. Today, as you can see, we are sitting next to each other.
Yeah, man.
So how you doing, bro?
I'm good. As you can tell, he yelled a lot yesterday next to hosting the Vokal Total battle, which he did an amazing job at. Was it your first time hosting?
First time hosting a battle like this, for sure. Like I was hosting like some smaller battles back then when I was organizing stuff in Munich.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was interesting.
He made up a new concept. It's called waiting time.
Waiting music.
Waiting music.
Yeah.
Whenever the judges had to make a hard decision or they needed some extra time to make a decision, he would go like waiting music.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd would go like waiting music.
I remember the end people were like, yo, play some waiting music. Waiting music. But there was nothing to wait for. So I just did it. By the way, behind the camera today, my beautiful girlfriend Eileen. Maybe you saw her in some of my tutorials.
Some people know her as Madox girlfriend.
Anyways, yes.
Her real name is Eileen.
Thank you.
Why are we actually here? Yesterday was the Vokal Total, and we kind of sneaked in because I wasn't supposed to be the host. He wasn't supposed to be the judge. But
yeah, I think most contestants weren't supposed to be here. It all got figured out like a couple of weeks ago, two and a half weeks ago. I think he asked me to be a judge. He first wanted to be a participant. I didn't want to participate, and then he was like, "Do you want to be a judge?" I was like, "Oh, you mean sitting and watching the battle?" I was like, "Count me in." So
how convenient.
Yeah, and you're hosting. We had some crazy lineup still.
Yeah, so we had bass. Let's see if I can still without my notes. It was Bass Bro, Napom, River, Black Roll, Osis,
Elias, Elian from Israel,
Max
from Israel. And
Stan.
And Stan from Belgium.
Exactly. Wow, we made it. Yeah, it was interesting. Especially for me, it was interesting because I was replacing Kenny Urban.
Second train.
Waiting music. Why is there so many... Waiting music. Waiting music. Waiting music. Yeah, for me it was interesting, not only because I was hosting. I was actually replacing Kenny Urban because for some reason Kenny Urban couldn't make it. I don't know why. There was so many beatboxers who couldn't make it. There was Dan. Dan's supposed to be here.
King Inertia,
Vino, and Kenny Urban.
Yeah, they all didn't make it.
Something happened in America. I don't know that couldn't make it. But then
we still had some Americans. We had Napom, Chrysalis, and Gene. They also competed in the Vokal Total because the Vokal Total is like a complete bigger battle. It's like an a cappella battle with all like different categories, and they won one category called Pure.
Yeah, there was a Pure category.
The Pure category they won.
No effects. Just microphone.
And the Augmented they didn't win. Though I think they still had the best show, they just didn't use any effects.
Yeah, so the Augmented...
so Augmented is with effects. So Pure is just microphones without any effects. I heard some reverb, but without any effects. And then you had Augmented, which means you can add some effects. And they didn't use any effect. They just called Napom on stage to do some bass sounds. And the jury was like, well, that's not an effect. So they got second place, even though they still had the best show.
Yeah, but for the Pure competition, they won it, and for all the beatboxers, that was insane to see, because the rest was just pure a cappella groups. Each group would have one beatboxer that does vocal percussions, and it sounds as boring as it is. I don't want to blame anyone but I mean, it's basically like most of them, they're just capable of doing like one snare, one kick, and like some sloppy hi-hats, and that's it.
And sometimes
they're good at
snare. Yeah. Sometimes I get annoyed with the snare. Not to hit on anyone.
Man, it was
it's just
fun.
like
That was
like a PF snare just that doesn't hit. And go.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Like I saw one group they would do a PF sound, but without the F.
Yeah.
It was like, but actually, for one group, it sounded nice. But I wasn't sure if this was because it was EQ'd so well.
Yesterday there was a guy though. He did a drum kit. It was pretty good. It was from the a cappella group Knorke.
Okay.
To Knorke, the German group.
Yeah.
The guy was sitting on the chair. He was doing this like.
Yeah.
Right, and it was pretty sick.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't see it. I only came for. So I saw Spider Horse and the group before. I don't remember the group before, but they won the audience.
Magpie Alley.
Ah, yeah.
They were, I think, the best a cappella group. They were vocally really strong.
Yeah, and they did a lot of like crowd pleasing stuff. Like I remember the last song was like a mashup with lots of covers, and it was like the bass singer would crack some jokes on stage. It was really fun to watch. So I think that's why they won the audience prize.
Yeah, it's super. Like if you're a beatboxer, like this event is super worth it because I've been here for 7 years or so. I've never seen any of the other categories because Nexter would always organize so much different events. This is the first year that I've gotten to see the other categories.
Yeah.
And they were so sick.
Yeah.
Like the acapella, it's so cool to go to an acapella show if you're a beatboxer. So if this is something you want to see, like definitely go next year.
Yeah, totally. And for us, of course, the most interesting thing was that finally beatboxers and pure beatboxers competing at the acapella thing.
Yeah.
And man, like I was also so after the battle, after all the decisions were made, and after the winner ceremony, there was a speed dating, and I think this would be awesome also for beatboxers to do. Like they would ask the judges to walk around to each group,
and they had like a minute or two to
give
talk,
feedback,
to give
yeah.
feedback to the so they know why they won or why they lost
and what to improve.
Yeah.
And I was sitting to next to Spider Horse, and basically what each judge would say, that was revolutionary. We never heard anything like this. And I remember like one. I think she was. It was the one that also was judging the loop session category. We come to that later. Tine Vries. I don't remember. She has like a double last name. Tine Vries Ronsfeld. Anyways, she's from Denmark, and she's like a vocal conductor and choir director. And she was also judging the pure category.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yo, so I saw a lot of beatboxers already, but most of them are lacking in like skills of like have a good intonation, so hitting the pitch right, or they don't have well-trained voices. But you guys, like, you have such well-trained voices, and people from the community know that Gene is a great singer. Most of the community maybe doesn't know that now Chris also is an amazing singer. Like I remember back at GBB times, like he would have problems on stage, maybe because he doesn't have as much stage or wouldn't have as much stage experience as Gene, but you could hear a difference. Like Gene would be just a better singer, but this time I felt like
they were equally as good, and they Chris, you can see he made massive improvements on technicality, and he had some special sounds. Like a really low, like some kind of click roll thing.
Yeah, it sounded like a sucker punch, but rolled.
Yeah, a rolled sucker punch, you could call it.
Yeah, it was crazy. And like both of them also did a solo piece, and to be honest, I liked the solo piece of Chris more.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it was because it was fresh for me, because Gene was doing Metamorphosis, which was his GBB wildcard, I think, from 2021. And I knew the routine already, but the one of Chris was completely new for me. So maybe that was also an influence. But bro, I was crying, literally crying when I was listening
to Chris.
Yeah,
it's funny. I was getting emotional with the Gene one.
Yeah. Okay. I was also getting emotional with Gene's one, but I felt like, so Gene was technically perfect, but with Chris, I was feeling it a bit more.
It's also a bit about the lyrics with Gene, because it's like being enough. I think it's about a transition that Gene made mentally as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was really dope.
Yeah, I wasn't taking, I wasn't focusing so much on the lyrics actually of the song. Crazy. Usually,
Maybe finally I'll be somebody. Someday I'll be somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one hit me a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Spider Oars. I mean, we had a loop competition that was completely new concept. We talked about it in our podcast with Ivory. He explained it, and right now that we had 4 loopers. We had Kristof, Matej, we had Slither and Sin.
Yeah.
And they all could bring their own loop setup. 2 of them were using just the loop station MK2. One of them was using the MK2 in combination with like the board, like Kristof, you know, like the pedal board on the ground.
No. Kristof was using Loopy Pro, the software.
Wait, no, but he was that in combination with the MK2, right?
No. Kristof had just an iPad, and on the iPad he would have the Loopy Pro, and then also connected to his setup, he had the Helix.
I see. Okay, so and the same thing happened for Sin. So Sin also used Loopy Pro. So 2 beatboxers actually didn't use the MK2, which was a surprise for me. So you just load up more plugins and sound more realistic. And
like I think Kristof only used the iPad to control Loopy, but Sin also connected it to a Novation pad, which is kind of like a drum pad, where you can and he would set up like knobs and
so you can. It's easier to control to give MIDI signals to the iPad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
By the way, should we? So we're actually sitting in a cafe right now that is close to the hotel where all the other beatboxers are staying. Should we?
Yeah, let's go there and see what they found. Maybe we should talk about the winners before we go.
Yeah, we can talk about it on the way.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
I climb the stairs for you. Please subscribe to Beatbox Bros.
Subscribe. So the winners.
Yeah.
So first for the loop station, the idea was that they all do a round with 4 loopers.
Yeah.
And then the loser would go away. That's why we needed waiting music, because the judges needed to decide who was the loser. So then the loser goes off stage, takes his gear, does the walk of shame, and then
gets a gravestone.
Gets a
the gravestone girls.
He said gravestone girls. He was hosting. He said gravestone. Every time you said that, I was like, no, please call them like vocal ladies or something, you know?
Bro, but like I talked to the organizers before,
and they said grave.
And they had it.
Ladies?
They had it on the list. They had it in German.
Okay.
How's this in German? Grabstein.
Oh, okay. So the graveyard ladies, they would come up and they would give you a gravestone.
Yeah.
And then you would move off. So the first round, Slither had to take the gravestone.
Yeah.
He moved away as the loser of the first round.
Yeah.
And then the second round, it was Sin, which surprised me by a lot. And I think the reason was because I don't think he had the worst music. I think the judges couldn't figure out how much of that was skill. It was just like, it was super produced in a good way. And I think the judges couldn't make, I think it's like, what's the skill behind it? You know, it is super difficult to judge a loop station battle, and especially now with Loopy Pro and plugins and everything. I think it was too produced. I think that would have been the reason.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We have to talk to the judges. Maybe we can find one of the judges and ask.
For me, it also felt like it was amazing music, but maybe technical wise, it wasn't as complex as the other 2.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that was one of the reasons. But also for me, it was really hard because I was standing on stage. Obviously, because I had to host, and I had no monitors on stage.
Oh,
because
no.
For looping.
Yeah, they turn off the monitor, so for you it's hard to hear.
Exactly, that they turn off the monitors usually, so there's no problems with like feedback. And
Well, I think one of the judges is there. I think it's Kristof.
Yeah.
And the third one to move out was Matej. Matej did a beautiful piece at the end, but Kristof did like a really sick. He was doing this really sick re-spaces with dubstep. Okay, we have some judges here for the loop competition, so we can ask.
Yeah,
They're outside of the. Let's see if they wanna say anything. Yeah, so.
Yeah. We have Kristof right here, right now. He's actually.
You were judging the loop competition.
No, he wasn't.
No, but Gene was.
Gene was judging. No, he wasn't.
I was.
No, it was. It was.
Napom and. Napom.
It was Tina. It was. Rythmind.
Rythmind. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Don't post any of this.
No, don't worry. We're not using this part actually. By the way, you know what? Let's pretend we just found them. Okay, so we actually found some beatboxers. We have Mr. Gene Shinozaki here. We also have Kristof. They're really good in imitating my laugh. We have one of our group station competitors, and we have one of the solo competitors here. Yeah, I think it could be interesting actually because Bart and Gene were judging the solo competition. And for me, really interesting would be how was your experience with the ABBA system?
Yeah, I think there's more strategic opportunities.
Yeah.
And it's more of a chess game than to just do ABAB. You know, it's just luck of a draw. You know, but you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So there's. It's interesting because no one has like the upper hand.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
So you can plan your routines accordingly.
Yeah.
So for the audience, quickly to explain the ABBA system, how it works is we have beatboxer A and beatboxer B doing the first round. Then afterwards, you have a judge decision already. And in this case, you could get up to 3 points, and then you take the points into the next round. And then beatboxer B has to start. So beatboxer B actually ends the first round and has to start with the first round. So how would you actually feel like? I mean, probably it's pretty uncomfortable for beatboxer B sometimes.
It would.
So let's say
just because you have no time in between.
I just woke up.
No worries. Yeah, but by the way, it's like it's in the morning here right now. It's just a day after the.
What I thought was interesting was the point system. You just go by how many votes you get in each round.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've ever judged like that.
Yeah.
And I really like it because it makes ties very rare. And when there is a tie, it's like true tie.
Yeah, like in the finals, for example.
And what I like is that the first round is judged like the second round. You know, it's like you really get to judge both rounds individually.
Yes.
Which is good because usually it's like the first round, it's whatever, and then the second round is where you take the money home. You know, and now it's like you have to really do good routines both times.
Yeah.
And it's nice that the one that goes second just can't answer 2 times. You know, which is a big advantage that you take away. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also think like for me, like I'm not the most experienced judge, but sometimes for me it's hard to recognize or take in account what happened in the first round. Like sometimes you're so overwhelmed by the second round that you almost like forget the energy and also for like the crowd sometimes especially if you won't vote against the guy who was dominating the second round. Sometimes it's hard for the audience to understand why they would vote like this, because the audience most of the times they just remember the second one. Right?
Yeah, Ivory talked to us as well about maybe something for another year is that you can individually also give like 3 votes per judge. So if you have 3 judges, you can also do like, you can give 2 for one and 1 to another. So your judge isn't just 1 full vote. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if it's really close, you can give 2 for one and then or you go 3, you can just decide where the points go, and so it's even closer, and you don't need as much judges, and overtimes would almost be completely eliminated.
There'll be a lot of math.
Yeah, there's a lot of
spot,
you need like an
quick
app
math.
for that, you know, like, and then it gets added to a board. That's what I talked about with Ivory. So you have it like on the
and the math kind of falls on the host too. They have to look at it. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
gosh.
and it
3
needs to
plus
be
2,
automatic.
2
It needs
plus
to be
1.
automatic and fast.
Yeah, it has to be fast.
Yeah. Oh, you have to go.
Oh,
you have to go.
sorry.
Where you going?
We have a sound check.
Ah, okay. Okay, so
the winner ceremony.
Cool. Winter ceremony.
Can we maybe talk to you guys later a bit?
Yeah.
I love this thing.
It's so cute, right?
It's so cute. It looks like my haircut. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was Gene Shinozaki
Bye.
and Chris Solis. We actually have also one of the loop participants here.
Finalists,
Matej.
actually.
So easy to win this competition.
I mean, you're second place, so it's kind of a winner. It's kind of a win.
I did think you have a very big chance of winning, as one of the judges was a singer,
And she
you
voted for me.
She did vote for you. That's what I figured. If one other judge would vote for you, you would have taken the competition.
So it was 2-1. I didn't actually know.
No, we didn't know.
Yeah.
2-1, yeah.
So Tine Fries, how is it called? Tine Fries Ronsfeld. Tine Fries Ronsfeld. And it sounds really German, but she's Danish. So I think this is how you pronounce it. But anyways, how do you feel about the loop station category?
Really good.
Really good. So Sin and Kristof would actually use the Loopy Pro. Do you see like what is like the biggest difference between this and your setup, for example?
I have to actually loop.
You have to actually loop. Yeah. So we were actually we were talking about Sin maybe got
Just kidding.
We were actually talking about Sin maybe got disqualified because the judges would feel that like what he was doing was not as complex.
Well, did you feel like that? I didn't watch what he was doing.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty hard because you don't hear stuff on stage. Really.
But maybe something we can ask is, you started your final round again. Was this something with a bug, or was it?
I'm not sure. It could have been a bug, but I would have to rewatch the video. But
What was it?
It's like I tried to record my bass line and my drums, but the effects didn't work first, and blah blah.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was a bug or if I missed the button.
Okay.
Have to.
Oh, okay. Ooh, controversial stuff. Yeah, so actually what happened was, I think it was like after 2 minutes or something.
After 1 minute.
Yeah, after 1 minute, I was hosting and I saw Matej like being like, I don't know what just happened with this machine. And then I heard on my in-ear that Rythmind was saying, oh, I think it's a bug. And yeah, it's a bug. Oh, we should restart. And then I was like coming to the stage and like asking the audience, of course, if it's fine for them and for the judges. To
But I mean,
restart.
even like mispressing a button shouldn't cost you an entire round, I would think.
Yeah.
You know, but it's
Yeah, but still, like like for me, it in general, it felt like you had a problem with the bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's nice.
Let's
you
keep it
I
like
was
that.
also drunk.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
still got one vote drunk, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. No, but I
Drink responsibly.
yeah. Don't drink too much Coca-Cola because it can produce over sugar, and then you are on stage and then you have problems like Matej.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Too much
Coca-Cola.
Coke. Yeah.
Too much Coke.
That makes it even worse, to be honest. But yeah, like in general, I think for a lot of loopers who are just starting, yeah, and never actually performed on stage, like what would you say, like especially when you compare like online looping or not being on stage, like what is the big difference between like looping comfortably at home and doing it on stage?
I don't want to stay in the sun. What was the question?
So how is it for you, like when you stepped on stage the first time? Like for example, for Kristof, it was actually the first live battle on stage.
Okay.
Yeah. Like what would you say, like compared to like online loop station battles? What is like the biggest difference?
Well,
or biggest issues, problems?
I think you can make more mistakes live and people don't get it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like what, for example?
I don't know, like not hitting a pitch or something, and then you just laugh, and they laugh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Especially if the sound, like it depends on the sound system too. But I think in this sound system we couldn't hear like most details.
Yeah.
It's very hard for the judges to be like, what was the actual technique?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, also for the solos.
And I also think like if you have like you don't like this topic.
Just kidding. No.
Yeah, like if you have like a good stage presence, charisma, like you can get away with like not hitting the pitch, you know, because people will be like,
Yes.
oh, it's so genuine. I actually, because I was screaming so loud yesterday, I can do this now. Okay, the high note I can't hit anymore, but I can't do double voice, so destroying your voice live on stage can bring you a double voice. maybe you should have a trick.
How are you actually doing?
I was hosting Madox.
I'm actually fine. Yeah, I'm sweating a little bit right now.
Yeah.
It's really hot, and I'm wearing the same shirt like yesterday.
I smell it.
No, you can't, because I used a lot of perfume.
Okay. And how are you doing?
I'm good. A little bit tired. It's the last day of Vokal Total.
You're 4 days into Vokal Total, but you still didn't beatbox.
That's right.
Good job.
That's right. Maybe tonight. No, I'm actually going to beatbox tonight at the
Nice.
winner's ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that was Matej, the infamous. And now you finally have a title, bro. Wait, it's a title.
Okay.
Like
You say first title, but he already has a title.
I mean, people say, "Oh, the Vice World Champion." Now you the Vice Vokal Total Champion.
Yeah.
It's a title, bro.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
so proud.
Okay. Let's move on to another participant. He's actually the new Vokal Total solo champion. How do you feel about it? Okay.
Asking questions when he's eating.
Yeah, perfect.
Timing, very timing. Wait, just a second, guys. Sorry.
Oh, you took the bottle from the venue?
I stole it. Yeah.
Was you supposed to take it or?
I don't know actually, but I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yo guys, we're actually on Patreon. If you want to support the Beatbox Bros, click the link down in the description.
Wow.
And also subscribe.
So yesterday, and I mean this is such a common thing for beatbox battles. There's always like sound problems. But yeah, how did you feel about the sound yesterday?
It was on the first battle. It was really complicated. I don't know what happened actually, but I didn't have that much sensations on stage, especially because I have a lot of. I need to have the full spectrum for my beatboxing to work, especially my beatboxing. I think I play a lot with the lows and the highs and the changes.
Yeah.
So. And there I felt like the lows were like crazy, but whenever I did technique, I felt nothing. It was complicated. But
so there's a punch.
Yeah, lack of punch, lack of I don't know, just sensation. Like less power on everything that didn't involve bass basically. Yeah. But it went way better on the other battles. Like on the semis and the final, it felt amazing.
Yeah, I think in the finals they upped the sound a little bit. I could notice that even other sounds sounded good. But I felt you as well as the judge. Like some techniques were just like super quiet, and then it was like and then it was like a lip roll, and then it feels like at a certain hertz the subwoofers would just kick in and take over the sound, and then it was just you had everything mids and highs, and then you had lows.
Yeah, for sure.
And that wasn't perfect. Yeah. But everyone had the same microphone at least, so you both had the same.
Yeah, the same problems.
Yeah,
but it's okay. It happens. You adapt, you know.
Yeah. Anyways, let's switch to the positive side. You won against Napom yesterday. How does this feel? In the finals.
Yeah, it's really crazy. I think we did a really good show. That the battle was honestly easy. I think that's the favorite battle I ever been in my life because it was so intense, so hard.
Yeah.
I was literally shaking at the end because I really had to push my limits.
Yeah.
Especially because the overtime being okay, I guess Matej is the cameraman now. Okay, just taking all your jobs.
And there was an overtime too. But you were talking about your experience.
Yeah, for sure. The overtime. So basically, I'm doing the world in 10 days. So you might have noticed
World champs.
Yeah, world champs. Yeah,
New routines.
Yeah, so all new stuff, and also I wanted to battle 3 times. So against Max, I made sure I was the beatboxer A because that's the easiest spot in the ABBA system.
Yeah.
But in the 2 other battles, I put in myself in the B position on purpose because I wanted to have the hard part and be able and put myself in a uncomfortable zone. Yeah.
Really? For practicing purposes.
That's so crazy. So he was like, the battle is too easy for me, so I put myself in a challenging spot.
Too easy. That's not what I say. But
the competitors were too easy, and the world champs he needs to be ready. So, but it doesn't matter for River because he wins anyway.
No. It's just I wanted to put myself when I'm in general when I'm in danger. That's where I that's where I unlock like kind of my true potential. I think you see it in the overtime. I change.
That was what I wanted to ask. Your overtime for me was stronger than the 2 rounds before that.
Yeah, that's okay.
And Napom, you could see Napom was struggling to do the overtime as like, oh shit, what do I do now? And he kept doing the same stuff that we've heard from the other rounds. And then you came with something completely new. It felt.
Okay.
And it was stronger. It was also louder. It felt like you had more control during the overtime than the other rounds.
Yeah, I mean that's why I tried a lot of new stuff because that stuff I didn't try that much on stage. So for example, for me the 2 rounds I did that in the final were the strongest for me, but actually, it doesn't feel the same depending on the matchup, depending on where
also
you
the mix
put them.
of the crowd. I can feel like these routines could work maybe 10 times better at Worlds when the mix is like
for
cleaner
sure.
over. So don't be like, I'm not going to use these.
No, I will use them, but maybe in other contexts, maybe not against the type of beatboxer that is Napom.
Yeah.
Like that stuff I really wanted to do, and also I didn't show everything still, so it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sick.
So it's
I want to watch
nice.
the live stream. I'll be in Turkey, but I'll watch the live stream.
Oh, yeah.
Put some Turkish beatboxers together and we're going to be in front of the TV.
Yeah. Have a beer and some popcorn and for sure. Good times.
Yeah. Nice.
But that's basically it.
Yeah. So behind the screen, make some noise, please.
Yeah,
now.
the winner, everybody.
For the winner, Vokal Total. Really very nice. Man, this sounds like the beginning of a good series of this year.
I hope
winning series.
I would really hope to do the 3 like
triple
Vocal
the hat trick.
Vokal Total, Worlds and GPB.
That would be insane.
I think no one did it in a year, so that would be crazy.
He wants to challenge himself, so he's also going to use his worst routines and still win everything.
No, but I mean,
he's gonna lose on purpose all the shink snack. So he's gonna practice loosening.
Imagine like after GBB he released a series of videos like, yo, these are my actually good rounds,
I just did that.
He's just gonna go to his opponent, show his routine, and then do it on stage just to make a challenge for himself.
No, but what I mean, it was like I did Vokal Total as a training for World. So actually, like I did some strategic mistakes in the final, for example, and
can we know which one?
The choice of rounds, like it was not optimal against Napom, but now I know it. Like that, I actually did it for this. On the overtime, I actually like had to go hard and put a lot of stuff.
Napom was crazy though. Like
Napom is a beast, man. It's insane.
Yeah, because you did a round which was musically really good, and then he took the microphone. And he said something like boring, and then he did like some really hype shit, and everyone was losing it. I was like, holy shit! To come back from that.
So Napom, why is River out of River? Why is Napom out of opponent? Well, there's so many reasons actually, but I'm just gonna say that he's one of the. I think He's one of the few excellent beatboxers that exist on Earth, because there's like a lot of very, very good beatboxers, but there's like the masters, people that like just master so much a certain style or their stuff or their techniques that it becomes really untouchable what they do, and it's just so unique. And I think Napom is a true beatbox master. The way he plays with his textures, the fact that he kept doing a certain style and kept refining it, and now has so much like control over his sounds. Especially the textures are really impressive with Napom, because we know him a lot about with the people know him about with the Solidly Pro and the basses and that kind of stuff. But it's in general what shocks me really with Napom is always textures, how he can refine, like take, I don't know, a Lipro and have and go like a hollow, and then with bass, and then even this, we can make them sound so different, like on depending on which frequency he wants.
So you can pitch it up and down, right?
And so this, and also I'd say is like crazy in terms of strategy and battling. Like he's a top battler. Like he has the mind for it, and it's and also I think I don't think, but he freestyles his rounds. Like he doesn't do like 1 minute 30s that are already ready, and it's so impressive to be able to do this quality of beatboxing on 1 minute 30 freestyling. Like that's insane. So, and also that makes him, that has disadvantages, because it's kind of hard to be consistent on a whole competition with this, but also it makes him so unpredictable, because in general, if you do like a normal round, you're gonna make an intro and put a melody and then do a build up, and then you can just go like shit.
Exactly. That's what I feel like sometimes too. And sometimes as a judge, like sometimes he drops within 15 seconds of his first round, and I'm like, it's hard for him to make a story, make an arch. And sometimes he's like, everyone is going crazy, and it's like hard to maintain that.
It's hard to maintain,
because it just becomes build up, drop in a way.
And it would be complicated if it was another beatboxer, but the thing is Napom, so it works. In general, it works. Like he brings like new stuff, new techniques, new textures all the time.
I was just thinking about one of the first rounds was not against you, it was Napom. He was like, "This is a circle of death." They did that silly beat, and I heard Gene on the judging table. He goes like, "That's so stupid, but it works."
Dude, sometimes with Napom, I feel like on stage he discovers a new sound, and then he's like, "Oh, it sounds cool. Let's make a routine of it." But on stage,
exactly. So those reasons, and Napom,
Like sometimes it's like the style of Napom actually reminds, like the way he would structure his round, sometimes reminds him a bit of Alem, because Alem back then when he was battling, he would sometimes like just try something that his opponent would do, and sometimes he doesn't even pull it off. But because he was combining it with his own style, people would still cheer for it,
or makes it funny or something.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
No, Alem, I can see. It's kind of this, not the same generation of battlers, but it's kind of the same way of approach the thing. Today, the battlers are way more structured and way more like, okay, we put this and this. So it's makes more sense in a competition, but you don't get this magical stuff that happens in the moment. You get it less in our generation, I think. And so seeing someone battling like it's poetry, man. It's so sick. It's beautiful. Honestly. So
Are you freestyling sometimes?
Depends. No, I'd say I'm a kind of hybrid. That means that like there's people like, I don't know, Skiller or Collapse that have their routines like perfectly made. I always know what I'm gonna do on stage. I know when my transitions are gonna be. My routine is ready. But if I have an idea on the spot, I will do it. Like I'm not afraid of doing it, because I think it's if something feels good and you're like, this hi-hat needs to be there. I don't. That doesn't fit me. So for example, I freestyle a couple of times in the in the competition. Some of the rounds were very ready because I knew they worked in a certain way. So yeah, I'm pretty free in this, but I know exactly what I'm doing on stage each time. Yeah.
Nice. Was the only overtime, right? Against Napom. For the rest, for you, it's very clear.
Yeah.
Or you were one of the only ones that had like 3 votes for you in both battles.
I think someone voted for Black Roll in the second round. I'm not sure about.
And the rest of the 3 rounds all voted.
Yeah. I was surprised actually. Max was really sick. Like I didn't expect it to be so fair. Like my first round, I think I messed up a little bit. But yeah.
At least from the stage experience, because I would only have the monitors to hear. But I felt like the biggest difference between you and Max was like the power difference.
Yeah.
Like you would.
I played only on this. Like
Yeah, it was more inconsistent Max with his power. Yeah.
But the grooves, the text is really crazy. It's really crazy. Top level beatboxer for sure. And Black Roll, be careful for Black Roll in the next years, huh?
Yeah, Black Roll's super crazy. I was honestly, to talk about beatboxers I'm impressed with, I was super impressed with Stan, because I have not seen him in this level before. And I was super impressed by, I didn't think he was going to be close to, what was his first battle against Black Roll? But for me, it was really close. And some rounds I gave him the vote. He's super impressed by his
same
leveling up last year.
Yeah, they both did top 4 in Europe, so it's like kind of the new generation of technical European beatboxers. So it's really interesting to watch, and I feel they have the good influences, like the way. I mean, you definitely can tell that Stan is rehearsing with Footbox a lot, and you know, like Black Roll, he works a lot on his power. He has influences, like, I don't know. He has influence. He knows how to be on stage. He knows who rips one because he is inspired by beatboxers like of I don't know, like Rips or something, which is not necessarily the beatboxers that his generation know. You know? I feel like he has this thing of learning from the best of a certain generation and the new school. So that's really powerful.
He has like lots of wobble techniques, but on a different level, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He was like
like other stuff.
Yeah, and also like fast wobble sometimes, and then combining it with bass.
Because there's a 5 bass in it. I think the combo is, I'm not sure. It's a.
He battled you, right?
Yeah.
I remember one of his rounds. I think he
second round is
almost he took the crowd and then he kept doing the same beat for too long, and he gave the vote for you. If he would change it up at the last moment and he did a completely different drop, I think I would have given it to him. But he just kept doing the same thing. I was like, I want a little bit more, and then I couldn't give him a vote.
It's so impressive, because this combo makes no sense. Like, actually, to do it so fast, like so fast, it's really impressive. But that was hard. That's hard for sure.
Dope.
All right, so maybe as a last topic, because I'm really interested in this, for GBB, like who for you is right now the most scariest competitor?
Me, you know.
End it there.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Imagine. Fuck. Oh, no.
My brother, River 2.
No,
Do you have a brother?
Yeah, I have a brother. Shout out to Luigi, my brother.
Luigi?
Yeah, Luigi. He's the man.
Luigi.
Yeah, my little brother.
And your other brher is Mario? No. Bad joke.
Wow. I never did it to me.
Cut this out.
No, but
anyways, GBB.
So GBB, Footbox, Helium.
Okay, yeah.
Maxo,
Bulgaria.
Yeah.
True.
You guys are not ready for Maxo.
Yeah, like for me, he was not on the map, but then when he won European champs, like he has so much power on stage.
Maxo is like a skiller, but with new school sounds.
Yeah.
So these 4 beatbox we gotta look out for.
Yeah.
Maxo, Footbox G.
I would need to have the wing also, like
wing.
There's a big list actually, like and also I don't know, Ice is sick, but I don't know how he sounds on stage.
Oh?
Ice. Yeah.
Ice. Oh yeah.
We were watching him, bro.
Yeah. Ice.
Yeah.
I thought you said Osis, no Ice.
Yeah. I don't have the whole list though, but those are the first that come in my mind. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And so
Yeah. For me actually, Footbox G also like also because like he was on purpose like hiding all his new routines.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah, and he's already such a and last time he already did great. So yeah.
And he has ADD, so it's a scary opponent. he has laser focus. Right?
Definitely. But yeah. I mean, Footbox is definitely. It's a cool rivalry. We battled 5 times in solo.
Really?
Yeah, which is a lot.
How's the score?
3-2 for me. Still.
Oh. See, Footbox needs one more win.
But he won in tag team, so technically it's 3-3.
Okay, but that doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But
nice.
Footbox. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what he prepared for the next month.
Nice.
Because I know he works a lot.
Any music projects that you want to?
I mean, right now I'm in battle mode, but for sure an EP next year. I'm gonna tour a lot with my solo show. Rogue Wave stuff also is gonna come.
Can I listen to you on Spotify?
Yeah, of course. My name is River. You can find some stuff.
His name is River, everybody.
Yeah, my name is River. You can follow me on Instagram, RiverVBX. And
slide in his DMs.
Yeah. And I'm definitely And I'm definitely gonna release some new tracks next year. Right now I have to win some battles.
First win some battles.
Understandable.
Nice. Sure. River, everybody. Nice. Winner of the Vokal Total solo competition.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro.
Nice.
Okay, guys, we quickly switch to one of the loop judges of the Vokal Total, which is Rythmind, our GBB champion. Can you play this?
You did a sick showcase yesterday too. Yeah. And he was judging the loop competition. And just before your taxi is gonna come to bring you to the airport, so we'll be really quick. We were watching the loop competition, and it's like the hardest thing to judge, right? As people were using the MK2, we're using the Loop Pro. For instance, the battle where Sin was losing. For me, it was. I want to know what the reason could be.
For Sin?
Because maybe it's too produced, or like I would love to hear your perspective.
For me personally, it was like I explained to him after. He do one kick, and all the beats come. You don't. And for the entertainment, I think it's not good. So when you do this, we are expecting more in the quality of the sound, even if his quality was so nice. But
he uses mic once, right? It's just like and he could
boom, and after
and he could make entire songs with this one note. Yeah,
that's
okay.
But anyway, it was crazy. His stuff was really crazy, and almost for the drum and bass. For me, it means just a high part because it's just beat and sub bass, but nothing between.
Okay.
High melody or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
that makes sense. Yeah.
And I know he has a lot of great melody if he wants.
Yeah, for sure. No, I just wanted to know if it was like a production thing, but it's like you're totally right about the. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was a quick one.
Yes.
Thank you so much, bro. Have a good trip. All right, guys, we actually found the loop station champion. Congrats once again to win the loop station category.
The winner of the Vokal Total loop station category. New idea. Loser goes out, and he is not the loser.
He's the only one who didn't got a gravestone.
Yeah, it's not a gravestone. He's still alive.
Yeah. And in the gravestone, exactly this name was, which is not mine. So I couldn't. So I couldn't die. That was a good omen,
Oh yeah, perfect. Kristof.
Also on the gravestone, right?
Yeah. That's why I looked at it, and today I'm not dying.
I think you should change your name, though.
It sounds like an IKEA chair, to be honest.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Kristof.
Yeah. How many Kristof you have at home?
Anyways, how does it feel like? It was your first battle on stage.
Yeah, live battle. I do a lot of shows, but not live battles. This was the first one.
Wait, this was the first one?
Yeah.
You've done battles.
I mean live, not
on
online.
Stage.
Yeah.
On stage.
Yeah.
You only did 9 battles.
Yeah.
Wow, this was the first real one.
It was. I mean, yeah, exactly. But I'm on stage a lot, playing with my band or alone or whatever. But battle first.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you won too. So it doesn't matter for you, offline, online.
Yeah.
How was the experience for you that the loser had to go off? You all did a...
It was intense. It was, I think, more intense than a normal battle because you're there waiting for, I don't know, a couple of rounds, then you have to go again. You don't know what is going to be the order. Yeah, it's a little bit intense.
Yeah, understand. Anyways, for me, really special was that you didn't use the loop station anymore, like the one that everyone uses, the MK2 Boss. Why and to what did you switch?
Do I really have to explain why? I think everybody knows.
Buggy, machine.
Yeah, exactly. So, and Loopy Pro is the future. It's some you can do so much more. You can do so much more, and I'm a big nerd, so perfect for me.
I think the first time I saw Loopy Pro was when Inky was presenting it. How did you get to this software?
Actually, not a couple of years ago, 1.5, 2 years ago, I had a show where I opened for Dub FX, and we got to talk, and he pulled up his phone and like, oh, check this out, this is gonna be the new looper of everybody, and like, what, it's an iPhone, what do you mean? And he started to show me the things, and I was like, whoa, this is already way better than MK2.
Really?
Yeah, like
on the phone.
Yeah. People actually use it on iPhone.
That's crazy. But how do you do the channeling, like with the microphone?
You get a USB hub, then an interface, and
okay,
that's it. And maybe a controller.
Okay, no use in using Loopy Pro in combination with the MK2, or don't bother.
You can if you want, but
why would you?
Get rid of it.
And why no controllers like Sin?
For me, it's people told me that you need a controller because the physical touch. Yes, but actually I tried the iPad and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna invest a couple of $100 to get the controller because
all the money was already spent.
On the iPad. Exactly. And actually it works quite good. You can just get from AliExpress,
Is that bubbly over there? I'm just...
Yeah, this person.
Anyway.
Yeah,
you can just get a matte foil, for the screen protector, and it's actually a nice touch. So
it's not like paper.
Yeah, paper foil. You just get it for $1.
Just get another iPad to control the iPad.
Why?
More buttons.
That's true, but no. No, so just one iPad is okay.
Yeah, so for people like me who never used Loopy Pro, what would you say? What is the main difference besides being less buggy?
It's deeper. You can configure everything, the how you feed the audio into the channels. You can get crazy plugins. You can actually use FabFilter plugins on Loopy Pro. Yeah.
Can you also use Waves plugins?
No. And they don't have those, but FabFilter, yes. I actually use a limiter and a saturator on my master channel too.
Yeah,
you can do that. Yeah. Why not?
That's
crazy.
Yeah, you can use ProQ. Yeah.
Ableton Live just came out with a iPad. Is that good?
I never tried it. People say it's amazing
because then you can use any plugin.
Yeah, that's true, but Loopy Pro is going to have a VST format also for computer. So you can use it from your MacBook, then controller, and you can go crazy.
Yeah.
So basically you can buy just plugins online, anyone that you want to use, and put it on your loop station.
Yeah, and they are cheaper than the VSTs because they are called AUV3s and they are way cheaper than VSTs. So for example, FabFilter, I don't know the euro conversion, but it's like around 7-10 times cheaper than VST. So
that's crazy.
And what's like the minimum iPad requirement that you need to run like a full-on loop setup?
Depending on what you want. I mean, you
want everything. Just you want to like have a solid iPad.
I have a quite crazy setup, and if you configure the iPad and the buffer size and everything well, you can have what I use. It's an iPad Air Generation 4, so it's not even an M1 chip.
It's not even. What year is that?
That's 2020. It's
2020.
Yeah, and now you can get it in a quite good price, I guess, because the older they get.
No lagging. You can run everything.
You have to configure it well. Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to go,
if you're not that nerdy or not interested in nerdy stuff, then maybe Loopy Pro is not necessary for you. But I think sooner or later people gonna release like more templates, so you can just download them or buy them, and you don't have to do the
entire routing.
work.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's still a lot of
Actually, I'm thinking about doing that if the loop session community is interested in that and
selling it.
some.
You mean selling your
Or
setup?
maybe just do some presets to people to start off with routing and have
I'd
explanations.
buy it.
I mean,
Yeah, you should sell it, bro.
Yeah.
And then you release like you release like a rhythm preset, you release an ADM preset, stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe, but you have to have the same plugins though, and stuff like that. But but anyways, it has so many great ideas and
Yeah,
potential.
but then you just team up with you can even do like product placement,
Yeah.
marketing.
Beatbox.
Yeah, you're
Use
way
code
smarter
Beatbox
than
Bros
me.
and get 10% off.
now I'm like the buffer thing is just
Use
like
use Kristof 10.
Okay, yeah.
Like, Kristof.
for the promo code exactly.
Loopy Pro.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but that's the main point. It's really deep. It's really crazy. You can go.
Yeah, I wanted to ask how you won, but we know now. It's not using the MK2.
That's the only reason.
It's literally.
I mean, there's gonna be videos, right?
I really hope.
Yeah.
No, somebody.
We hope there's going to be videos.
This on the film, I didn't see any cameras. So to be really honest,
I did see.
Oh,
but
okay.
somebody told me that the camera crew just dropped out or something, and I was like, well, please don't, because the River Napom final should be up online. That's for sure. Like, it's the craziest shit ever.
Yeah. So we may be gonna see the videos, and if not,
But I will upload mine on my channel, so.
yeah. So quick promotion. Is there anything coming up soon, or do you already have stuff on Spotify?
Yeah.
That was a chance to tell the audience. If you don't know Kristof,
Hi, I'm Kristof from Budapest, Hungary, and these 5 rounds that I made for this competition are gonna be out. I used 3 of them, and I'm gonna play 2 of them tonight for you with the winners ceremony.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put them out on my YouTube and Spotify as soon as possible. I don't know when, but possibly this summer to make a nice video or something.
What's your name on Spotify?
7S because
7S because
I have a
crew.
Yeah, I have a crew that I lead, and that's why I use the name Kristof 7S also to link everything together. That's my solo stuff, and you can find 7 seconds in the future. 7S.
7S.
Yeah,
7S. Go follow him.
Well, wait, 7S. I had to mirror it. No, I didn't get it.
anyways, thank you so much.
Yeah. The winner of the
Enjoy
loop
the time.
station category.
Yeah.
Kristof.
Kristof, you can buy me in IKEA. Yeah. Cool.
Beatbox Bros. Okay, so that was actually pretty easy to find these people for an interview. Like I thought like we have to run through the hotel.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
But they're standing outside. Was a good moment.
Yeah, because we were actually gonna knock on their doors, but they were outside, which is good.
Yeah,
They don't find us annoying.
it's perfect. Yeah, so guys, that's it with this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Beer, take it away.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Matej. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to watch our last episode, click here, and that's with Jolix about the Junior World Championships. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for our Patreons, and I'll see you in the next one.